Hey, Mark Brouker here in San Diego, California, on the lockdown thing. We're all kind of sequestered like most of the country now, but hey, I wanted to share something with you. I got a book coming out called Lessons from the Navy. It comes out in the fall, in October, and I was reviewing literally about an hour ago the chapter on optimism, and I came across something I'd written a few months ago, and again reviewing it. And I said, man, this is good stuff, and especially for today, and I want to share it with you. The bottom line is, how do you maintain an air of optimism in a crisis? And certainly pretty appropriate for today. So I want to tell you a story. Admiral James Stockdale passed away a few years ago. Navy hero, won the Congressional Medal of Honor, jet pilot in Vietnam. He was shot down in Vietnam. Was a POW in the notorious Hanoi Hilton for over 7 years. And Jim Collins, who wrote this great book, Good to Great, interviewed Admiral Stockdale before Admiral Stockdale passed away. And he asked him this. He goes, Admiral, who survived the Hanoi Hilton? Who didn't survive? And Admiral Stockdale said, well, that's easy. It's the optimist didn't survive, which kind of flies in the face of what we all think about. But he went on to say the optimist didn't survive because here's what happened is the optimist would say, we're going to be out of here by Easter. And Easter would come and they wouldn't get out. And he'd say, well, we're going to get out of here by Christmas. Well, Christmas came and they didn't get out. And what happened, Admiral Stockdale said they died of a broken heart. Really sad, but that's what he said. And Jim Collins coined that the Stockdale paradox. How do you maintain an air of optimism in a crisis? In the interview, Admiral Stockdale said this. Let me just read it to you. It's just beautiful language. Admiral Stockdale said, this is a very important lesson. You must never confuse faith that you will prevail in the end, which can never afford to be lost, with the discipline to confront the most brutal facts of your current reality, whatever they might be. And today, we got some brutal facts. We're in the middle of a crisis, and every industry is impacted somehow by this thing, some more than others. God bless. But for leaders, you must maintain your air of optimism. The question is, how do you do that in a crisis? Well, here's one way to do it: is immediately think of what you can control and what you can't control. There's a whole bunch you can't control. You can't control who's going to get the virus. You can obviously wash your hands, but you get the idea. A lot of this stuff is outside of our control. The stock market, we don't know what's going to happen with the stock market. We don't know what the industry is going to happen. We just don't know many of these things, and you could lose sleep over this stuff. Instead of focusing on that which you cannot control, focus on that which you can control. And what you can control all the time, and especially in a crisis, are your behaviors. So last time we talked after my little video, I talked about how important it is to get in front of your people, be visible. Either asynchronous or synchronous webinar in person is perfect, but obviously that's not possible today. But getting in front of your folks in having a town hall meeting is imperative to great leadership. Now the question is, how do you behave during these interactions with your staff? You must be optimistic. We talked about that, but there's a couple other things you must do. The second thing, I guess, besides being optimistic, is be honest. Be honest during these conversations. Tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. People need the facts. Certainly in a crisis, people need the facts. The other thing is you must remain calm. Calm is an extremely important ingredient. So again, in front of your people, we talked about that last time. Be optimistic, but to counter that, to walk that nice edge of the Stockdale paradox, be honest. Tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear, and remain calm. And the other thing I just want to share with you, Gallup has done some tremendous studies, and they've shown that a leader is kind of a social contagion. What you do is kind of emulated. So when you're optimistic and when you're calm, that's going to spread throughout your team, and that's the culture you're going to create. So in spite of your anxiety, you must maintain that optimism, be honest, be calm, and you'll be a great leader for it. So hey, I'm going to close it out here. We'll do some more of these, but God bless you. We're going to get through this thing again. American ingenuity. It's coming together, and we're going to get some great therapies for this thing. Vaccine probably a little bit further out, but there's some hope, a lot of hope out there that we're going to get through these things, and we're mobilizing the forces. So we'll get through it on the back end. We'll be a stronger nation for it. But until then, I'll do some more of these videos to help you out. Looking forward to more of them, and good luck to you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.